Hello everyone, it is Tutorials for Liams here. First of all, I'd like to apologize for the glares that you'll see. I wanted to get natural sunlight in and I love this table. And so I'm filming here by the window to get some natural light. And so yeah. Anyway, this is the amazing Sunset Boulevard bracelet that was designed by my great friend at Lumania0304, Anja. And I'll bring up her profile in just a second. I'm actually going to insert a photo, a recent photo of her account, because this was actually designed by her back in March. And I got it filmed March 20th. I was happy. I got it quickly. I got so many other videos up. And then everything in my life just went crazy. And I lost pretty much videos for 4 of my tutorials I'd done that I finally had got all done. I was getting ready to edit them. I think it was April something, and then it just got all messed up, and I was really bummed about that. So, this is the 3rd time I'm filming this, so I'm so glad that I'm finally getting it up because it is one of my all-time favorite designs. So, anyway, I'll bring up her profile, and then we'll get into the supplies. So, this is at Lumania0304. She's got the best account. You guys need to check her out. She's absolutely awesome. So for this, you're going to want, they're fairly small beads. They're not huge, but at the same time, they're not really small. So you kind of want like a medium type size bead. And I recommend using about 3 or more colors, because I think anything less would kind of drown out its awesomeness, because you really want a color to be for the single perimeter here and then for the circle. So anyway, I'll be making this one in the tutorial. You'll also want a crochet hook. I'm using a double-ended crochet hook because it's much easier, but it can be done on crochet hook. Metal tip hook, I would not recommend it because it's way too small, because you're going to have a lot of bands that are on your hook. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and get started. Again, sorry for the glare. I'm trying to get as much natural light in as I can in all the cat hair because my cat really likes this table. So this is going to be a sequin that we're going to have to do. It's kind of a weird type pattern. So you can grab your hook, and we're going to start off by placing the cap band in this band, and we'll extend on a couple of these bands. So today I'm going to be using glitter white, pink lemonade, and fuchsia. This is actually not for me. I'm making it for a friend, because if you know me, you know that green and blue are my favorite colors, and I'd be okay if pink didn't exist. Not that I hate it, but anyway, we're going to start out by placing the first 2 silver bands. So I like to do a triple cap band, so you can start off by doing a double or triple cap band, whichever one you prefer, or you can take 2 bands of a regular one, however you do your cap band. You're going to pull a single band through and place it back on. Now what we're going to do is of course there's cat hair on that. We're going to start out by placing 3 green bands. So my pink lemonade is what I'll be using. You're going to take that and you're going to pull it over the first band and then pick it up, and then I'll zoom in for this part. So you've just picked up the fuchsia. I'll show you one more time. Take the band, pull it, pick up the fuchsia. Now you're going to take this band that's underneath that fuchsia and hook it up and over. So it will look like that. Now you're going to take another band and you're going to just pull it through the first band. That's all you have to do. And then you're going to take your last one for now, and you're going to pull it through, and then you're going to pick up that pink lemonade and you'll put it off like that. So you should have 3 bands, pink lemonade bands, and then 2 of your other zoomed in again. So not exactly the way that Anja does this. This is the easiest way that I have learned, but she said in a picture step, so I couldn't really see exactly what she did. So I'll zoom out just a little bit so it doesn't keep refocusing all the time. You're going to take the glitter white band, which is the limited edition white pearl, kind of that little half circle thingy that's in there, and I'll get that out of the way. And you're going to pull it through the first 3 bands on your hook, so it's going to be the first, all the pink lemonade bands. So once it's on your hook, you're going to see 1, 2, 3. That 1, 2, 3, 3rd band. You're going to reattach that along with your glitter white, and you're going to move that pink lemonade band outwards. So it should look like this. This band should be attached to these 2 loops. Now we're going to place one pink lemonade band, and we're going to pull it through that first pink lemonade band, and now we're going to switch all this to the other side of our repeat exactly what we just did on this side to this side. So take 3 of your pink lemonade bands. It's fun to say with an accent, bands. Gotta still have a little bit of my Canadian accent. So take that band, loop it up and over, just like we did on here. So it will have that little loop. Pull another band just through it, like so. Take your next band, pull it through that first loop, pick up that first loop, pick this up, put it over, like that. Now we're going to take our glitter white bond, pull it through the first 3. 1, 2, 3. Reattach, and place that back on. And actually, before we attach, like we did over here with that last pearl band, what I like to do, this is what I like to do, take, it's going to still be that metallic silver. Take it, and you're going to pull it through the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So you're going to pull it through 6 bands. This is the way I like to do it. And then reattach those last 2 bands. Place it back onto your hook and move this over. So now you should have these 2 bands in a center band like that. And now what I like to do is attach my pearl here on this one right here. So that way you should have 2 pink lemonade on each side, 1 glitter white, and then you should have the 2 loops of the fuchsia. So that's the way I like to do it, but you can do it any way you would like. So now the next step is attaching the bead to the center. This part, we're going to add that bead, which I have on a pink lemonade band. As you can see what I did there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold these 3 bands in my hand. And then this is kind of weird, especially with the tripod in front of me, but I like to kind of attach the band on there, and it's not going anywhere. The bead's holding onto it quite securely. And then I like to just loop off the 2 center bands, reattach that one, and reattach my other 3 bands. And then what we're going to do, obviously that looks a little weird, is this side of the fuchsia here, you're going to just loop that over the bead. Oh my gosh, there's so much sparkle falling everywhere. You're going to pull that so that way it will look like this. So that's what it should look like. It should be there in the center. So I know that's a little hard, and that's the way I like to do it because I find it to be easiest and less frustrating. But if you have a certain way that you like to do it, you can do it either way. So now what we're going to do is we're going to close this one off, and you're going to just pull all of those bands through a single fuchsia band. And now we're going to repeat the process all over again. I'm going to do this one more time with you, and then you can do it another I cannot talk today. You can do it another 30 times, and then your bracelet will be complete. So right where we left off, we're going to pull 1 more fuchsia band through. So you should have 2 right there, kind of one that's really prominent, obviously. We're going to repeat the steps so my camera will focus. Oh, right, there we go. So you're going to pull that through, take the band, pull it up and over, place it back on. Take another pearl, pull it through, just normally, like so. Take another one, pull it through the first band, place it back on, loop it over, place it back on. Now what I like to do is take my glitter white, pull it through the first 3 bands, got that fuchsia on there. If you do that, all you need to do is pick it back up, so obviously it keeps going off, so I'm just going to put it back up on there, because it does not need to be there. Sometimes it does that because it's so loose. So 1, 2, 3, 3rd band, pull it up, move the pink lemonade band back out, and take that band and pull it through. Right, so now you're going to move all of this to the other side, and we will repeat. Now, for the way that I kind of do mine, I know it's kind of weirdly done here, but we're first going to repeat the first couple steps here. Pull it on, place it up, loop it off. Place it back on, pull a single band through like that. I'm gonna move those so that it doesn't slide off there. Pull it off through the first band, place it back on, loop it off. Now we're gonna add our glitter white through these two bands here. So pull it through the first three, that third band, and pull it off. Now for what I like to do before we add that last pink lemonade band there, I like to pull this band through the first 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And loop the last 2, so it's going to be one of those pink lemonades and one of those glitter whites. And then pull those 2 over to kind of, you know, where they belong. And pull a pink lemonade through that one band. And, oops, pull it through, place it back on. So once you've done that, you take your beaded band, and I show you what I like to do. I take these 3 bands off, take my beaded band, place it on, and loop over these 2. I know it's really a weird way, but I've actually find it to be quite easy because I have a good grip of these 3 bands, but at the same time don't have to worry about holding that band too. So now you want to loop the fuchsia over, like so. Pull one fuchsia band through all of those bands. Kind of give it a tug to really get those bands straightened out. Pull one more band through, and you're ready to start it all over again. So I will be back to show you guys how I ended it. And if you have any questions or anything like that, you can leave them down below if you're still having trouble making this. And if you don't remember some of the steps, feel free to just rewind and rewatch the steps. So once you're fully done, all you have to do is C-clip the end, and you are done. So thank you guys so much for watching this tutorial. If you enjoyed it, please give it a big thumbs up, and if you like this bracelet, please give it a big thumbs up as well. And don't forget, if you make it, to tag me and the awesome designer at Lumania0304 and at Tutorials for Looms. We would absolutely love to see him. You can hashtag Sunset Boulevard Bracelet, hashtag Tutorials for Looms, and also hashtag Lumania0304. So thank you guys again so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys next time.